Hi guys, welcome to this special episode of Beyond the Nest by Dairyland. And today we're going to be talking about motherhood. I have three moms on set and we're going to be having these conversations with them. Now walisema Ben Psycho ndio anafaa moderate hii conversation ya mothers and moms. And so you guys, you better stay tuned to see who I have on set today. So let me introduce to you the moms that we're going to be having these conversations with. And the first mom is a force in this industry. I don't need to even talk much about her. You guys know her. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only Maureen YT2. Woo, 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 woo. Karibu sana, Maureen. How are you doing?
I'm good. Where should I sit?
You can sit at the end.
Yeah. Oh
Nice
my
one.
God,
You
this
have a
is
package for you
beautiful. Wow.
from Dairyland. All that package is yours.
This is
Can you imagine?
amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Karibu sana to the show.
Asante sana.
Nice. Our second guest, who's also a mom, an amazing person. Her name is Claire Karatu. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Claire. Hey. How you doing? Claire?
Hi, darling. Hello. My sister.
Nice one.
Oh my God.
You have a package. Yeah. I really fought for you guys to get those.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Ben.
you know, like-
looking out for us.
Yeah, of course.
We're going
you
to
know.
sit with Nest.
Yeah.
Lay some eggs.
Yeah. I got
That's a lot.
you.
Thank you.
And finally, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to give it up for the one and only top podcaster. She's a trendsetter. Wanjiru Njiru.
Hi, how are you?
Nervous.
Don't be.
Are
We're
you?
here. We're
Yeah, I am.
Why are you nervous?
Conversations on motherhood. First time.
Karibuni sana. So I'm going to give all of you an opportunity to introduce yourself. So just look at the camera and say something nice. How you feeling during this Mother's Day of 2024? We'll start with Maureen.
Great. First, thank you for having me.
Karibu.
I've been looking forward to sitting in this greatness, and I feel really blessed to be talking about a conversation that I'm so passionate about. Yes, so my name is Maureen Waititu. I'm a mom of two lovely boys. One is 5, almost 6. The other one is 8. It's been an incredible 8 years of mothering them. It's been ups and downs, but every season that comes with Mother's Day and also happens to be my birthday.
Oh,
my
really?
birthday week.
Wow.
So I usually have a double celebration, and I can feel the love from all corners.
Yeah.
And it makes it easier because I think as a mom, everyone assumes you have a manual, but then sometimes that assurance from the world really keeps us going. And I'm very happy to be here.
Nice. How are you
Amazing.
feeling on this Mother's Day? One word to describe the feeling.
Happy.
You're happy?
Happy.
That's a good feeling.
Yes.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Claire, you're already enjoying your chocolate.
I am.
Let's go.
Why not? My name is Claire Karatu. I am a mother of 2 very beautiful girls. My firstborn is turning 11 and my secondborn is 8. Yes.
Nice.
Thank you for having me here.
Karibu. Karibu sana. How are you feeling this year's Mother's Day? One word.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's good.
Wonderful. Yeah.
And finally, we have a special guest,
Let
Wanjiru
me
Njiru.
introduce myself. All right. My name is Wanjiru. I am a mother of 1, I guess, who is yet to come, but we are excited for them to come. And I'm happy to be here to learn from you guys who've gone before me.
Yes.
And also maybe to share my experience in my pregnancy journey, because I think that's also part of motherhood. And I'm happy to be here.
How are you feeling?
About my my first Mother's Day?
Yeah.
Excited. I can't wait to see what my partner has planned for my
Oh,
first
really?
Mother's Day.
It's a huge surprise. I also can't wait. You come back to the show to tell us. So, guys, let me ask you a question. At what age can you consciously remember getting the idea that your mom was your mom?
Oh,
It's like your earliest memory of your mom.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, mine is a bit different. So my mom got me during a time where now we have WhatsApp and phones and all that.
Yeah.
There weren't then. And like any other typical mom working in an urban area, she sent me to live with my grandmother. And so when I was learning my first words and realizing there's a mother figure, the first person I figured out was my auntie. And so I used to call my auntie mom because my cousins were calling her mom. But then I knew there was this a flamboyant, gorgeous lady. We call her Wamonyerere. And my mom, flamboyant. And she would come every few months, they seemed like forever to me because she'll go, I forget her, then she comes. And I'm like, this lady really likes me more than all these other people. But then I really didn't get a mother like that. I came to now connect with her when I was about 11. Yeah, but yeah, there was just these mother figures in my life who came even before. Maybe I called them mom before I called my own mom. But here we are.
So at what age is this that you're realizing that this one who's loving me more than all of these other people is my mom? At what age is that?
Must have been when I was 4 or 5.
4, 5.
Especially Christmas.
Oh,
I'd get the
really?
best dresses,
Yeah.
best shoes.
Yeah.
And that's when she would show up mostly. Like I'm telling you, she would go for work, and there were no means of communication then.
Yeah.
But yes, I think my first memories would be 4, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids nowadays can't even comprehend. What do you mean you can't talk to
Yeah.
people? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Days of poster.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
How about me? I think I'm with her on that point for 4, 5, because for me, when I could like consciously say this is my mom, is a period when my sister and I were left with some guardians, and the guardians had forgotten us in school because they forgot to pick us up, and my sister and I had to literally find our way home at around 7 p.m. I still remember her holding my hand, and I remember asking my sister and missing my mom, like, where is mom? Why didn't mom pick us? Why have we been left with these people? You know? And that's when I can consciously say that, yeah, I thought about her and I missed her dearly. Yeah. But before that, she was just a woman in the house who used to feed me.
At what age is this?
That's for 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before that, you felt like you were just hosted and
I
all
was,
that.
yeah, exactly.
Not paying anything.
Yeah, I didn't really think much of it. But around 4 or 5 years, and I was like, yeah, this lady, yeah, she means something to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wanjiru.
I think for me, maybe around primary school age, I'm not sure when, I had an issue with my teeth. And it's so weird that today in the morning we were just joking with her about it. And I remember my mom did, and we weren't doing so well at that time. And I remember she just kusanyad the little money that we had, and she looked for some dentist who could put braces on my teeth, because she was like, and she couldn't even afford for my bottom teeth. So she could only do it for my top teeth. And she was like, with this kidogo money, let me give you a shot at a good smile.
Oh, wow.
And that's what, I think that's my earliest memory.
That's your earliest memory.
Yeah.
Okay. My earliest memory, when I would remember, I was like, when now I knew this is my mom, I'd say I was around 3, 4. It was my birthday, and my mom would always bake for us a cake using Jiko, because like we didn't have an oven, you know.
Yeah.
You can actually do it, and it was really nice. I don't know how she used to do it, and then she would call all the kids from the plots, and then they would come to our house. I remember their names actually. Shout out to Joffrey. Make sure you subscribe, you know, and all other kids. So that was like one of my earliest memories of my mom. Conscious, when I was conscious that this is my mom. Also, when there was this time when I lost the keys, the house keys. Man, I was beaten. You know, I was like, this one who is saying that she loves me and she wants to kill me. that has to be my mom. What's your mom's favorite phrase? I'll just start randomly. Claire.
The just shall live by faith. The just, and then msichana afanyangi hivo. Funga miguu. No, you cannot chew. Let me tell you, finishing school was done by mom. Literally, etiquette was done, but I actually appreciate it now because I've then been able to pass it on to my kids where it's so natural for in any room setting, I'd pick out my kids because they'd be the ones to say thank you, please, you know, all
really?
that. You know what I mean? It's like when I'm talking to them and I give them something and they say thank you or please. And I have to keep like reminding, but that's because of the teachings that I had now from my mom. So msichana nakuanga na manners. The just shall live by faith. And just mostly that. But a lot of fine tuning here and there that you'd hear over and over. Yeah.
Maureen?
Yes. So my mom is always like, every time we have a phone call, she uses this baby language on me, and she goes like, nakupenda, toto yangu.
Or even now?
Even now,
wow.
Like it's, and now she's been telling the boys that.
Yeah.
But I can hear it like, nakupenda, toto yangu. So this is her favorite, or my favorite phrase from her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shiro?
Just like Claire's mom around the faith. It's just that, have you prayed today?
Yeah.
You know, God is our everything. You need to put God first in everything. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
My mom's favorite phrase is up to now is umekula ama mkoaje. And she's very keen on how we're doing, what we're eating, where we're buying fruits. Like right now when we have a baby. You can see that she's always following up, like, where are you buying this fruit? She even introduced me to a market.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, actually, that just sells fruits or parklands. So you can notice that. It's like, I'm still a child to her and all that stuff. Even when I feel like I'm a grown up,
No, never.
Moms will always be moms, Like, as that,
Yeah,
like, hey, mom, that's Fenty,
Yeah.
Do you have any idea? My mom does that. I think still today. I can.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself doing that to your kids?
Yes, I do. Exactly. The lambing
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. And then my kids would be like, Mom, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
So, but not all the time. Now they're a lot older.
Yeah.
So it's a lot different. I'll just tell them to go watch their faces.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just go watch your face.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Oh, all the time. Watch your face.
Exactly.
Look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe the question I can ask you guys is, Claire, how is it raising girls?
Yes.
And then Maureen is going to tell us how it is raising boys.
Yeah.
Because I was on another podcast previously. It was actually just men.
Yeah.
So one of the guys had a son, the other guy had a daughter.
Yeah.
And now they were debating that they feel like raising a son is a bit more trickier. And the other guy was saying raising a daughter feels a bit more trickier. When they stated their reasons, their reasons were the same.
Yeah.
So I want to hear it from the moms. I heard it from the dads. So Claire, how is it raising girls in this generation?
Oh, I think raising my girls has been fantastic because I often see that characters are born. They say that, you can shape and mold a personality, but there are some aspects that I didn't teach from both kids, like my firstborn and my secondborn. They're just completely two different. I'm sure you've noticed that as well, Maureen. They're two different individuals, and it's just learning them and observing them, and then knowing how to treat, to react, and to respond to them. So it's been a beautiful journey for me because my firstborn was the calmest child ever. I didn't have any problems when it came to sleeping, when it came to eating. My secondborn is wonderful.
An amazing child.
She's an amazing child, and I love her so much.
So the first one is more calm.
The
second one is a bit
one was
energetic.
a firecracker, so it was learning parenting again, from scratch, right?
Yeah.
And so it's been wonderful. I don't know if you needed us to compare because I don't have anything to compare to. I've only raised girls.
No, just speak from your perspective.
Okay, from my perspective. Okay,
Yeah.
It's been wonderful. Girls are fun. I get to paint their nails. I get to do their hairs. My firstborn more than my second, because my secondborn is more of a nonchalant. She just doesn't care for those things. So it's been a good experience. Yeah.
Okay, let's hear from Maureen.
Wow.
2 boys.
Believe it or not,
Yeah.
they've been the easiest to raise.
Oh.
Children, I've been very conscious about the environment I expose them to because the environment will completely dictate how they grow up. So what I did is that when I started life afresh, I made sure that anybody within those walls knows that it's going to be a peaceful home, it's going to be a loving home, and not also forgetting the discipline aspect. Then everything we do it to model to them. So we become better people. And when I say we, I mean me, my nanny especially, because she spends a lot of time with the boys. You have to also get to her and find out how can you be more peaceful in this home. So, even accepting her to bring her children to my house when they close school, treating her well. Like now we just from a 4-day holiday, she came with us and she always does. And
So
whenever,
you guys just go for holiday, mom and the kids?
Yes. So
nice.
I let her feel like she's part of the family, but you cannot work on one end and you forget the other. It has to work as a unit. And then with them, I've also I came to realize that I'm a woman and I'm a girly girl. Gosh, I'm pink and sparkly. I don't know how to be a man. And so what I did, I looked around me and I started like really being conscious about taking lessons on parenthood, especially parenting boys. We've all heard of the stereotype of children, boys who come from single moms. And I was like, that's not going to be my boy's story. So what I did is I identified the men around me who will support me in that aspect. And honestly, to date, it's just been amazing. Of course, every day I live and I'm like, God, please let them be good men to somebody's daughter. And I pray for the daughters to also be raised well, because I don't want to repeat, or rather, I want to break everything that maybe I came with to where I am and what I've seen even in my own family or with them. It stops there. And I've been seeing very gentle children. They are obedient. They know how to pray. Because my goal is to raise men I can release to the world. And I that will be my success. Like I can release them to the world and they'll be good people. Hopefully they serve God sometime, But that's my wish. And it's been amazing, honestly. We don't fight. We don't... Yeah. And by the way, also my firstborn and my second-born, same story.
Different
Second-born,
personalities.
you'll even find yourself asking God, what did I do to you? For you. Yeah. But then I saw another phrase saying that when you get now the third one, they're so sweet, you want another one. Oh, yeah, now I understand why
That's
moms
tricky.
keep going back. I don't think I'm doing that, but who knows? God's plans.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's been amazing.
Maybe now this I can throw to Wanjiru. How has it been like knowing that there's a human being inside of you who's depending on you 100% for everything? Like you're their everything. How has that feeling been for you?
I think it's just the appreciation that I'm not in control. Like there's nothing I've done for this baby to live, to survive, to grow to the stage that we're in right now. It's made me dependent on God a lot and on my faith.
Yeah.
I think I was telling Ben the other day that if there's anything that has made me believe in God, has been this process of having a baby. Because like, how do they move from just being something you can't tell? Then the next day you can see their limbs.
Oh, yeah.
You can see their 2 feet and
Yeah.
their 2 hands, and you're just like, what
Yeah.
is this that's happening? And also like the fact that I've never done this before.
Yeah.
Only God knows the manual to this. So it's made me lean a lot on God. Yeah.
So the other question is, at what point did you have the realization that you are actually a mom? So I'll start now.
I think when my test came, I think when my test
Like
came
it's
back
registered
positive.
in your mind, you're
Like,
a mom
yeah.
fully.
And I don't think it's registered, Kabisa. I think it will register once I hold the baby.
Okay.
But I think the first register is the pregnancy test, but I don't think I'm there yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Claire?
It still shocks me every now and then that I'm a
really?
mother. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Does it not? Does it not?
Yeah.
It still shocks me every
Yeah.
now and then. You know, the thing about motherhood, it's a journey, and it's. I guess it's not a perfect one either. And there's sometimes that you're low, there's sometimes that you're high, there's sometimes that you're excited about this journey, there's sometimes that you're just tired, And so every now and then I'm like, I'm a mom, like of 2 human beings who are huge. It's a wonderful realization every time it hits you. Yeah,
It's a forever thing.
yeah, it's a forever thing. Or when you're trying to have some private time and mom,
like,
mom,
no.
mom, and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm a mom. Yeah.
There's nothing like private
Yeah,
time.
there's like nothing like that.
Yeah. Hey,
Marie?
trying to remember. I missed my period, maybe. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, but when... actually, I do want to confirm what Claire is saying. It's this surreal feeling. But I'm telling you, when they say it's like somebody taking your heart and then it lives out there. These people live in your mind constantly. I love and respect mothers because that, especially biological moms, there's just something about having children. It's like that little people out there and I'm there. It's like they belong to me, but kids don't belong to us, by the way. We're just custodians. God just delivers them and he expects us to do a good job, yeah? But every day I'm also thinking, like I look at them, I stare even, and I'm like,
How?
this one? And even the process after the baby is out of the tummy, you don't even remember really
pain.
how it feels like. Even sometimes you don't remember like that whole thing. You don't remember. It's more like, gosh, they're mine. And then, well, I was unlucky. I got changwa in terms of the genetics, the looks, yeah. So I sometimes I can't even look at them and I see myself. I'm just like, wow.
You take
Every
you
day.
take the personality.
Yeah, and then again, every time one is around me, they look exactly like me. Someone's like, "Oh, he looks like me." Good. Yeah, but it's surreal. It's not something you wake up and think, "I'm a mom." It's always this journey of. It's like you leave floating. It's just crazy. It's not describable. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll ask you another question. What's that time when you felt too overwhelmed as a mom and you felt like maybe this wasn't for you? This is actually for everyone. Even during your journey, at the moments where you felt this is
Overwhelmed.
too heavy.
I think seeing my body change. I think there are times where you get to a place where you feel like, man, this is like so much is changing within me, and I don't know. You can't stop it. You have to just embrace it, but it's a lot to reconcile all at the same time. So I felt like, especially the body changes have been a lot.
Yeah.
And they haven't been that many, but also I don't do well with. I have a love-hate relationship with change. So anything that's changing, it always just destabilizes me. So that has been a difficult, overwhelming moment. And then also coming from a loss to another pregnancy, the scans, I can't tell you enough, ladies.
Yeah.
The scans, they're just so draining. Because it's like you're waiting for a shoe to drop.
Yeah.
Every single time, every single time.
Yeah.
Thankfully, no shoe has dropped. God has been on our side. But I think those scans, I can't wait to be done with that process. Yeah.
That's overwhelming.
Yeah.
But not to negate how you feel, especially about how your body changes. But now on TikTok, sometimes it brings me these videos where a lady's showing how she's looking very nice, and then now she also shows when she's like on her third trimester, and I'm like,
Switch
this
up.
is criminal. Like, this
Not allowed.
Yeah.
someone looking very very nice. You know,
Yeah.
then you see
Yeah.
them. And
Different, yeah.
So I'm not negating,
But,
but
yeah.
God has been faithful to you.
Yes,
you know.
she's glowing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Claire.
Oh my gosh. There have been some really low moments for me.
Yeah.
But that's because of my journey, and that's because of my journey with the custody battles. I didn't really think this is not for me,
Yeah.
but it did take a really big toll on me.
Yeah.
However, I don't know if it's the same case for you, and maybe it will be for you as well, when you feel like even the flatters and the kicks and stuff, right? And then for you, when you look at your children and you're like,
Yeah.
this, like it's almost, Jesus is the one who saves, but God's the one who saves. But it's like, I usually say my kids saved me.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, there's so many. You see, you're saying you're scared of change. Oh, honey, there's going to be a lot of changes that are going to happen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
get on that bus
Yeah.
And accept it.
And accept it. And I also made a lot of changes, and, I see a lot of myself visibly because of the things that I've had to go through, my parenting styles, all these things. So do I feel like this is not for me? No, 100%. I was born to be a mom. But there have been some really low seasons. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maureen?
Oh gosh, yeah. Let me tell you, you're talking about flutters in your stomach. I'm feeling them right now because nobody tells you that pain that comes from right here. If you feel like you're sort of letting your kids down, yeah. And our journeys, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I think my journey and Claire's are very similar, where somebody is holding you at fault when you do anything and everything to be the parent those children rely on at that particular moment. It's so painful. It's so painful to be castigated and insulted and dragged through the mud. And yet you're still the mother they wake up to. You're still the parent they rely on fully, completely. I think that has been one of the greatest and lowest moments of parenting for me, like, and also, insults. People are out there and they label you, they talk about you being a single mom when you know very well you didn't wake up and decide to be a single mom. You had a vision, you had a journey, it didn't work out. And that's the messed up part. Fathers, get up and leave. Should you dare neglect those girls, do you know you can get arrested?
Really?
Yes, and taken to prison. Did you know that? Yeah, for mothers. If you look around, I've been in the legal system through my career, and I hear these stories, and they're so sad, where you hear a mother has been arrested and sentenced to 2 years in prison for child neglect.
Is it the same for dads? Like, can
No,
dads also be
no.
sued and arrested?
That's a messy thing. You'll never find anybody arresting a dad just because they neglected their kids. The least they'll do is there's the legal process or legal custody process and all these other things. But for mothers, it's like if you go to prisons, you'll see women who are there because they had to go and work for their children, and they're usually single moms, unfortunately. The world is cruel. So not only do you fight very silent battles, but also very loud ones. Being in the public eye doesn't help either. There's this label, there's a place they put you and you carry it with you. It's stigma.
Yeah.
But you carry it with you, and sometimes you just have to keep showing up for other moms, to just encourage them. And, even like Claire really encourages me because now God has restored her. God has restored you as well. So we have to keep going. But those are moments, I won't lie to you, at least 5 times in a day, I will sink into that place. Like, like, God, if only I had somebody who shows up as much as I could, especially when they're alive and in this town.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So maybe final question is that you have to give this in a job description format. What was your mom for you?
You want me to go?
Yeah, we can start with Shiro.
I think just the one that comes to mind must be prayerful because of how my mom's prayers have really held me down. I think even in this season of expecting, she's the one person who I know wakes up at 4 a.m. to pray for me and the rest of her children. But she keeps on saying that we pray for you, we pray for the baby, we pray for Ben.
Yeah.
So I think must be prayerful. And I think it's those prayers that have carried us till where we are today.
Yeah.
Oh.
Job description. Hey. CEO of Peace. My mom's the CEO of Peace because let me tell you, she'd always be the one to be like, no, we mustn't. Papa Claire, Papa Anna. She wouldn't harm a fly, bless my mom. And probably a house manager, but not a house manager. You know how nowadays house manager means something else.
Yeah.
But she really is the one who ran things in that house, made sure everything was functional. Yeah. So I'd give her that job description.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Marie?
I've thought of so many things. Air hostess.
I know.
Up and away.
Okay.
Up and away. She was away a lot. A lot. I actually, gosh, I don't know how this is going to sound. No, let's save it for another day. We'll have this conversation because I'm working on something to do with conversations.
Okay. Yeah.
We'd have good conversations with fathers and mothers. So, again, she was never away because she didn't love me. She was away because she loved me so much and she needed to take care of me. And I was taken care of. I had all textbooks while going back to school, small things.
That was a big thing. Having all textbooks.
my-
I don't know if
all
I don't know if
of them.
it's
Yes.
still a thing now.
It is.
But it
But
was
yeah.
a huge
It
thing.
Yes.
Having all textbooks.
All the textbooks.
You have
the
Swahili,
test
English,
uniform.
maths.
Exactly.
Yeah, that
I'll
was
never
a big
forget
deal.
the smell. But there's something she taught me even when she was away, how to take care of things. And to date, I see sometimes someone says me something and they remember, this is from when we were in uni. I'm like, I take care of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was an air hostess. She was effectful even though she was always away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was to describe my mom in a job description format, I'd say she had like 30 years in love and and care, and 75 years in chaos and just burning the whole house down when it's necessary. Shout out to my mom, man. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But raising boys was also not that easy,
Yeah.
especially in the hood. For us to
Yeah.
turn out like this,
Especially, yes.
In the hood,
my
yeah.
mom had to be chaotic. She had to
Yeah.
be super chaotic. Now, finally, what do you want to be for your children? Start with Maureen. What
You
do
had
want
to
be
go
for-
there.
Yeah. What do you want to be for your children?
Now or later, all the time, yeah. But their motherhood, you can't switch it off. Even if in my 90s or 100s and they're here in their 70s,
You're still their mom.
you can never switch off from being a mom. I want to be healthy. I want to be happy. I want to be led by God. I want to be a leader. I want to be a storyteller and a conversationalist. I want to be a mover. And I want to be a legacy that will carry on and take it to the next level. I want to die empty for them. I want to leave everything I have and everything that God has put in me to them. I want them to carry it forward. Yeah.
Wow.
I know, right? I was just gonna be like, I just want to be home for them. Like, I want them to have this space. No, but I guess from a lot of the conversations I usually have with the kids,
Yeah.
I just want them to be safe around me, to
Yeah.
feel like home. Like that's
Exactly.
ultimately, because I used to be like, I want my kids to be proud of me.
Yeah.
But I know me being proud of them is all I need. Yeah. And I want them to have a happy, healthy, like you're saying, healthy mom.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you do need to be of sober mind
Yeah.
to be able to be there for them emotionally, and mentally, and physically, all those things.
100%. Yeah.
So yeah, I just want to be home for my kids,
Yeah, okay.
the place
Shiro?
they call home.
I think I shared the same sentiments. I just want to be a healthy parent.
Yeah.
In every sense of the word,
Yeah.
physically, emotionally,
Yeah.
and also want to be a present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think motherhood is so special? Like both from a child's perspective and also just from a mother's perspective.
I think nobody can ever no one has shown up for me the way my mom has. I think even looking at life, school, and it's weird because even my dad has shown up, but there's a way my mom has shown up, especially because I'm also a girl.
Yeah.
Also in this pregnancy journey, I remember when we lost the first baby. Oh my God, my mom.
Yeah.
I remember because I went to sleep over at their place, and so she came in late. I remember she didn't even, she
just
dropped
drops.
her bags and came to find me in the room
Yeah.
and just sat there. Every time I go visit her, she calls me Kando. She sits me down. She's like, okay, how are you doing? How is the baby doing? And then she prays for me. So I think no one can ever show up for me like the way my mom has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like the sweetest. I concur
Yeah.
with that as well.
Yeah.
It's also how she can call you out. She's the only one who can call
Yeah.
you out on things people can't call you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Claire.
I think and a lot of moms will probably experience this and can attest to it. You see what you're going through, that's when you end up appreciating your mom
Yeah.
a lot more.
Yeah.
When you actually become
Yeah.
a mother.
Yeah.
So like you, when I was giving birth, my mom was there the whole way through. Like until the baby came out, she was in the labor room with me. They're the ones who go over and beyond to bring you jahe, and uji and all those things. I didn't realize, unfortunately, how special this person is to me until I became a mom. Until you sit back and you're like, this is what she had to go through.
Yeah.
This is what she feels for me. And there's always that saying that nobody knows how the inside of your heart sounds like apart from your child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so for me, what makes mothers so special, and not to say that fathers aren't special as well, but what makes mothers so special is just that whole journey of from the womb, like where you're at right now, and the flatter cake that you're talking about, the pain that you go through labor, the love that you experience and you go through when you're breastfeeding, to raising these children. Unfortunately, now it's a bit different, but fathers are a lot more present. But mothers in the past used to be the ones who are just like, hands on, feeding the child, changing the diapers, disciplining sometimes,
Yeah.
And so I just feel like those are the little things that make mothers a lot special.
Special.
Like not more special, but
A
very
lot special, yeah.
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 Maureen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll answer from 3 different perspectives. As a child, I never used to see my mom, but the few times I'd see her, there's this overwhelming sense of safety and love and warmth you feel from a mother. And the moments were few, but they really counted. I remember how she used to smell. I remember how her body felt like. You know, as a child, just want to climb on your mom.
Yeah.
I remember just that joy of seeing her walking. You know, when you're walking and she's noisy and flamboyant. I could have stood on top of a building and yell, I can conquer this world at that time. But also, it doesn't mean it's been perfect. In fact, I'm unlearning a lot of things and going through proper analysis on, okay, maybe this is what I missed and this is why I am who I am, and maybe why I choose the things I choose to do. And a foolish person would never want change. Now, as a mother to these two boys, I've come to learn so much. Please, moms to be, moms out there, open your world to learning and learn from an aspect of a godly way to raise children. There's no shortcut. The world is so cruel. The more you learn of what's going on there, and the minute your child is not with you, you have to actually learn how to cover your children with prayers. Mothers make the world go round. Mothers are the nest that there is safety. Safety that is so divine, no one else can ever do what a mother does. Of course, apart from a few exceptions, because we can't turn a blind eye or ear on the fact that there are also mothers who are extremely selfish, toxic, and all kinds of vices. But in general, mothers are that nest, that place of comfort. They have a lot of authority over their children every day. And I give this example another day when I called my son, Mr. Break Your Niece's Heart, and somebody called me out. And that it's good to have people who call you out. And he said, you can't be putting those words on your child. He'll become a heartbreaker. And since then, I speak over everything I can over those children in positivity, because the thing is, when you release them, even right now, I don't know where they are. We don't know where the girls are or who they are talking to. The Holy Spirit, the angels have to be there, and you have to call them constantly without ceasing. That's why you see your mom praying like that. All of us, we are guarded by our mother's prayers, no matter how nasty you are. That's why sometimes you survive some things and you're like, yo, it's your mom. It's your mom.
Yep.
And of course, my heart goes out to those who've never experienced that and might never, but this is just something amazing. And on behalf of all those people who don't have moms, we're here. Personally, I'm here on my platform to just mother and love. There's so many kids, because I'm pretty auntie. So I have a lot of girls who look up to me and they want to, but it's like that. Mothers are just this net of amazing safety. And I think I already addressed the third thing, which was the world is so cruel. You don't know who those kids are interacting with in kindergarten. You don't know how another person is raising their children. Cover them and also teach them how to cover themselves. So I usually ask my sons, if I'm not there, what do you say? Say Jesus. If someone tells you something bad, what do you tell them? It's the blood of Jesus. Yes. Yeah, they have to learn how to fight out there. And imagine sometimes, because there's always this doubt, like, am I covering them? Am I raising them well? Trust your parenting if you trust in God. That's it. Oh, and by the first 7 years of any child, you have to really find time to bond with them. That's the time you will create that lasting bond. And that's why you see a lot of people having mother wounds, me being one of them, because I've never known how it feels like. But thank God I'm able to learn and unlearn and be able to practice the same with my boys. So it's amazing.
There's something that's usually said by the family on the other side.
Yeah.
At least with the mom, you're 100% sure that's your parent.
Yes.
Like, that's what makes them special. That's what makes them special. You know, 100%. That's my mom. So that's also another thing that makes them special.
She was even telling me that when they do DNA test, they only take from the mom.
It's true.
I didn't know that. But anyway, what I'd say made my mom special, is that my mom is the one who shipped. She was the disciplinarian, and my mom was tough, bro. She was really tough at that time. She was very keen on usifukuzwe shule, don't hang out with the wrong people.
Yeah.
My mom would even creep up on my bro and he's like hitting on chicks in the hood. It's like, nimewapata, you know. At that point, it was a bit embarrassing. Yeah, but when you look back, we really escaped a lot of the same stereotypes of, because a lot of people get babies when they're like very young, before they're 20. Like there was a time I met some of my classmates and she was like on her 4th kid, man, and it's a blessing.
Yeah.
But there's just a way like
You gotta
you
grow.
can just plan
grow
yourself,
in order
you know.
to raise.
So my mom, that was something very special about her. I didn't appreciate it then.
Yeah.
I appreciate it now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. Wow, guys, thank you for coming and thank you for having this conversation.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, maybe what you guys can say one as we wind up the show is you just give one word that you've learned in motherhood to any aspiring mother. You want to start with the new artist?
I'll let the veteran speak.
Oh, okay, fine. We start with Claire. She's been in it longer than I.
No, I think one word. Can it be like 10?
Yeah.
I'm like 5.
Make it 5.
Seven.
Make it 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first one would be love, 100% love. The second one would be I want to say conversations, but also repair,
Yeah.
because I've learned to have a lot more conversations with my children because of the things that I want to be able to teach them, and also to make sure it doesn't recur from my own experience.
Yeah.
I'll give an example. My dad was like your mom, whooped us like crazy, okay? But he never repaired. There was never that, until, of course, when we were much older. But like now, it's let's have conversations. So I would say conversations, love, and repair. Just that, so that they feel like nothing is their fault and they're still loved regardless of who they are and what they do.
Yeah.
So those are the 3 words. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. A few phrases from me.
Yeah.
Please forgive your parents for they did not know any better. And hopefully you'll be able to have that conversation and have restoration. I know I've been blessed to have the conversation with my dad. It's been so healing. Second, please heal so that you don't have to raise kids who will have to heal from their childhood.
Yeah.
I have a special spot for single moms. So if you're a single mom and you're doing it on your own, hang in there, mama. A lot of single moms don't go in it thinking that they will end up raising their kids on their own. But hang in there and realize that anything can happen. Yes, it takes 2 to make 1, but anything can happen to either. So soldier on. For men out there, please support your wives, your mothers, especially like at this stage. This one, she'll be most vulnerable. But whatever you do for her, she will never forget. And let me tell you, there are times, it's just that exchange. Just take care of the women in your lives, take care of your mothers, take care of, all the women, I guess. Yeah, but hang in there, and it's okay. You don't have to be perfect. This thing has no manual. Hang in there.
Preach.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you want to say anything?
I think for me, don't be afraid to ask. Like, I meet a mother and I want to know everything. So don't
But
be
take
afraid
it
to
with
ask.
a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
Your experience would be very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can identify who will you can count on, and look at how they're parenting. Look at them; they cannot give you
Not
advice.
every advice is good advice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for just creating time to be here.
Thank you for having us.
This was cool. This was fun.
Thank you.
Karibuni sana. Thank you so much for watching. This is Beyond the Nest by Dairyland. See you next time.